hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, my friends. I will be there in a second. Okay. Think I'm ready. Hello everyone, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome to another stream of Plane Shift. Yeah, here we are. Why not? So the previous days we worked on the city management functionality, which actually is a completely new feature of the game that I think will be at least interesting. I don't know if it will be fun. We will have to make it fun, but I think it will be definitely interesting functionality. So the functionality is about city management, where you can basically contribute to the city expansion and evolution. Now, at the moment, the city will not grow visually, right? But maybe in the future it will. But at the moment it will not grow visually, so you will not see new buildings or things like that. But yeah, that could be one idea, right? So that we do that. But at the moment you have a management screen, and inside that management screen you see the updates, right? So let's jump directly into it so I don't have to switch things all the time. Just go. Let's just go. Okay, let's go. Okay, so what I want to do today, because I think most of the code is in place, right? And at least without the benefits, because the benefits are the other big building block that we need to create. But we have at least the city evolution, the contribution to that, and the city assets, the contribution to that. So we can contribute material both sides, right? And now what I want to do, I want to clear pretty much all the data. Yes, it is already empty. I want to clear all the data, basically start from 0. And start to test a few things. So let's see the asset 32. Okay, let me delete everything. I think I will. So I delete the storage. I delete also the resource storage should be empty. Yeah. Well, I want to do a comprehensive test, right? Where we and I would say our city should start from rank 0. So okay, everything is at 0. Okay, so I think that like this we are in a clean position, right? Maybe you know what I can do? I can actually write down this in our where is it? Here. I can write it here as city management start from scratch, right? So to start from scratch, we have to basically truncate this table. We have to truncate this table, which is city asset resource storage. We have to kill also this table, which is city asset storage. I think these are the two main ones, right? Because this and this. And then we have to set to 0 all the city asset resource definition, right? City asset resource definition. City asset resource definition. No. Not this one, but city resource tiers and city consume status. City resource. Yeah, exactly. So we have to update. City resource tiers, and we have to set storage equal to 0, right? And then which is this one, and then we have to set the city consume status. We have to truncate this table as well. And let me do it. City consume, I think is already done. Okay. And then what we can do, we can also set all these categories to 0. Right? So update city info. Set well, the citizens, I don't know if we really want to recalculate it or not. Would be probably a good idea. The problem is that I don't think that is the same for all the cities, but fine. So we will reset the citizen and the happiness, and we will set all the categories to 0, right? And we will do it for all the cities. Yeah, exactly. So we will run this query here. Yeah, and this will basically reset fully yeah, it doesn't let me do it this way. But it's okay. It doesn't let me do it because it's a query with open. Okay, now we did it. Just adding that. Just because this SQL editor is kind of wants to be safe. 1 second, I didn't start the chat actually. Hello Ula, good evening to you. I hope today my PD allow me to look at the stream. Your PC? Oh wow, your PC was not working in the previous days or what? Is acting up? Is doing some crazy things or? What is doing? Okay, so now we have everything at 0, right? And we want to test. Now there's only one thing I want to do that I've seen is already a bug, which is basically when you are switching between categories and you hit a category where you actually are already at max or he has no resources. and we actually disable the give button, then the give button is not re-enabled, right? So I just want to change that. Because that will happen 100% in our testing. So in theory, I should also add more data, right? Yeah, I will add more data to do the test, actually. We will have to build a new part of the web console to actually do all this data management from the web, right? So I don't want to go here and edit the database. So we need to expose it to a web console. But we will do that later. So basically, I think when you click on this, right? When you click on this, and then when you get the result, there is a point where we disable the give button. And I don't remember where is it. Here it is. Button give set enabled. Is enabled. Actually, we set it as... we set it as enabled, but we don't set it as visible. We don't set it as visible. Enabled. Here it is, collapsed. So I want to understand grid item select. Button give collapsed. If there are no resources. I don't know exactly why I did that. Seems to be a very bad idea. So basically what I'm doing here is that if there are 0 resources on the left, 0 resources available for that tier, I disable the give button, right? But I think it's kind of a bad idea. I will just remove this because it's I mean you can keep the give button, right? But in theory I would like to hide the wall section, right? If it's not just the give button, it's basically this whole thing in the middle, right? That it should go away. Another thing I wanted to do, I wanted to have the 2 bars. I wanted to have the 2 bars here. Actually not part of this grid. The problem is that how the hell can I do it not part of this grid? Is impossible. Is impossible. I mean, it could be part of this grid, but it would not work. It's a pity. Okay, anyway, that's a minor thing. Let's keep it. No, because these things are disappearing, right? And I think it looks weird that these are disappearing, but fine. So basically, you see the panel like this, right? You see the panel without anything in the middle, and it looks a bit strange. And then when you select, you see it this way, right? And while in theory it would be nice if only this part in the middle goes away and this thing stays, right? But yeah, we go back to the same reasoning that this should be a widget, but it's not a widget today, but fine. Now, when you are, let's say, the only thing that I would like to do is that when you are at tier 3, right? So if you reach tier 3, you cannot provide any materials anymore, right? So So maybe that's the only case where I want to hide this panel completely. So probably what we can say, we don't even have the tier here, right? No, we don't. So it should be outside of this. Should be outside of this. We don't have the tier. Maybe we have it here. Yeah, we have it here. So if the tier is here it is, max level reached. Yeah, temp max level. Okay. I'm doing it already. Okay, GG. I'm doing it already. Okay, so I think we are good. I just removed the hide of the give button because I think it's a stupid idea. Okay, so I think we can test. Hello, George. Hey, welcome, George. How are you? Long time no see. Yes, it's been quite some time. We are at stream 1455. Isn't that incredible? By the way, thank you for your support on Patreon. It's definitely helping and it's very nice. You have noticed I can only write the Euro Money logo and stay long to restart Firefox? Really? So the Euro is crashing your browser. Okay, so here we are starting from scratch, right? Ah, wait, I want to do one more thing before we test. I want to add more data. I want to have data for each category potentially, right? So let me see. So where do we need the data? Well, the city info is fine, which is this. But we need the city resource tiers, right? So I want to define city resource tiers. I would like to define for city 1 category 1 tier 1, category 1 tier 1, category 2 tier 1, category 2 tier 1, category 1 tier 2, category 1 tier 3. Okay, so we have this. So I would like to have at least the 3 levels also of the second category, right? I think is a good idea. So here we have tier 1. So let's go tier 2, category 2, and we don't have to be too fancy. I think we can just have one item, right? So it's not that we have to put a million items, right? Can we use an item that is actually like 8072? 8072. Okay. We will require whatever 20. There's almost 1.5k streams. Yeah, exactly. It's an insane number, really. I mean, when I look at it, it's insane. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's like 5,000 hours or something like that of live streaming. We did a lot of progress, so it's pretty cool. We made a lot of progress. I don't know if you've seen the video on Patreon of this particular functionality, but I think it's a good one. Would be interesting. Okay, so we have tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3 defined, right? For at least the 2 primary categories. Then I think we will have to test it for all the categories, but I think for that I need a kind of a web interface. Otherwise it takes me too much to work with this thing. And then we have city asset definition. Asset 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Now we don't have this is under what? This is under defense. This is under defense. This is under defense. So I think we have army, siege, and magic. Unfortunately, we don't have specific items, but I think we can put random stuff, even if it's not correct, right? Because army, army, I think we can have weapons, right? Yeah, I think we can have weapons under army. So let me try to add a new asset, right? And this will be 8, and we will use, just as an example, maybe the claymore. Just because it's a nice weapon. Number 5. Number 5. Number 5. The only thing that I have to be sure is that I have the mapping, right? So if it doesn't have a mapping, and this is where this thing becomes a bit complex, done here on the database, right? This is why we need to create a web UI, because the dependencies between the different tables are not that straightforward. Category 1. No. Say category 2, tier 1, and asset 5, right? Because we said that that's asset 5. Yes, it is asset 5. And then we need to define the resources for asset 5. Yeah, it's a bit of a mess. This thing is a bit of a mess. It's kind of hard, my boys. It's kind of hard. Okay, I don't know what is 85, but we will use 85. Okay. Anyway, if there are inconsistencies in the data, the server will tell me, right, when it starts. So it will basically just crash saying, nope, cannot do it. Right, so, yeah. Tomorrow is tax day in the United States. Tax day? What do they do there? They tax people more or what? Maybe at 1,500 streams we will do a kind of an event. I don't know. Maybe. I have to think about it before it happens, right? Because it will happen in about 2 months, right? Roughly 50 streams. A bit more. Roughly 2 months. 2 months and a half. Okay, so everything is at 0. My citizen are 500 and my happiness is 50%, right? Now, if I click on infrastructure, what I want to see that I can contribute. Yes. I want to see that I am at 0 tier. Yes. Tier progress is 0%, right? And there is a mistake. The bonus for tier 0 is active. Okay, there is a mistake. Because the bonus for tier 0 obviously does not exist, right? And also the consumption of tier 0 materials does not exist. So the consumption and the bonus should happen only when I am at tier 1. I think we can fix that directly. Pity because we just started the test and we already found the problem. But anyway, fine. Fine. So when I click there, receive, city resource, yes. Where do we get the current tier though? We get it from the city info, yes, correct. We get it from the city info, yes, perfect. So we go into set selected category info. Okay, we were here. Okay. Yeah, so there are a few things that should happen. We have tier 0 and tier 3 that are kind of special, right? So or we do it at the end. Probably the best is to do it at the end. Do you think we should change the phrase or no? Or I should just hide it? I think we should just hide it. I think it's cleaner. If this is greater than 0. If tier greater than 0. If tier greater than 0. Okay, so we can do it here. So if it's false, right? We actually hide that, and we want to also hide. We also want to hide consumption of tier 1 materials. This actually is inside. Okay. I don't know if I really like it to do it here, but okay. It's not really nice, you know, to do something inside a widget. Is txt current tier consume? And txt previous tier bonus. Okay, so this 2 needs to be not it testable, both of them. Right. Okay. And in the same way, and in the same way, they have to be hidden here. So collapsed. Okay. So which kind of event do you think we should do at 1,500 streams? The other thing I want to do, I want to show the champ. Also the ranking we should delete, huh? We should delete the ranking, or we can leave one just as a placeholder. But yeah, in theory, I also have to delete the ranking. I have to be a bit careful, obviously, on that, because if I do it in production, are we sending the current champion or not? I don't think we are. I don't think we are. We should though, no? I think in the city info we do not have the champion, but we can send it separately when we send the city info. Because the city info does not have this information. But we definitely have a call where we send the city data. Or we can just send a separate because I think we are not refreshing the city info when the contribution change. So probably it's better to just send a one-off, right? A one-off ranking, top ranking. I think it's probably the best, because we don't want to send the whole ranking, right? We don't want to have a request city ranking. I think we should send it every time we send the city. So basically is inside receive city info, or we add it here as an additional parameter, which is sending the current ranking, but then we also need to update it every time it changes, right? So yeah, probably we can do this change. We can do, this will be a string, right? Which will be the current champion. Which will be the current champion. And the current champion, how do we get the current champion, boys? I don't think we have, well, ranking is already sorted, because I remember that we sorted, right? We sorted by... We sorted by points every time we add one rank, so... Yeah, exactly. So the first one is always the highest rank. In all cases, hopefully. So... One city ranking... Yeah, exactly. This one is not sent by default, right? It's not sent by default. So I have to... Bam 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 bam. So I have to do my city ranking of, well, assuming that there is at least one, right? Because if there is not one, then... wait. this is returning what? It is returning an FPS CT ranking. Okay. I don't know if I really like the fact that I have to extract it all the time, but fine. Now this may not be valid, right? I may have zero ranks. So if I have 0 ranks, then we display an empty, we display like no one, right? So yeah, I think we have to. Okay, I think it's a bit more complex than this. No, I need a function. I need a function that is like my city get champion, right? Get champion. Yes. And yeah, I need that. So inside my city. Inside my city, my city is a struct. Well, we can put it in city manager. Well, we can also put it inside city, but I think it's cleaner probably in city manager. We can have a get champion here where we have the rankings. Somewhere we have the rankings. Maybe. No. Yes. Maybe we never have the ranking here. The ranking points. Okay, we can put it here. We can do get current champion, we call it, or get why current? Let's just say get champion, no? Get champion. Get champion. And this will return a string, and this one needs the city. Right. And so I think the string as a default will be probably none, right? And then we will say if my ranking, right? If one city ranking num is greater than whatever, is greater than 0, right? Then we can return one city ranking character name or guild name. Yeah, true. Okay. So we have to do it differently. So we have to say if one city ranking of 0 dot character ID is different than 0, then we return one city ranking of character name, right? Otherwise we return guild name, right? Because it's one or the other, right? It's one or the other. Or we return none. And then here, no, so there is no return actually, is champion equal to. And And then here we return champion, right? Okay. Okay, so now we have a get champion function, which is nice. Because we can now put it here. Exactly. So it is get champion my city. And get champion one city. Okay. Okay, that is good. Yeah, so we also have that now. The days left, I don't know. The days left is something that I'm thinking about it, and we have to think more about it. It's not functional at the moment, so. Okay, so now we changed. We change one function. We need to recompile and get it on the blueprints. And then when we have it on the blueprints, everything will work. Hopefully. Hopefully. Compiling. It's raining a lot here. I think it's raining pretty much across all Italy, actually. Because I heard a lot of people saying that it's raining. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ah, yes, that is the typical error that happens when you don't add the by reference thingy. Yep. No. Yeah. The first time you get that error, you are like, what? Because the error actually is shown in the real and generated file. And so you're like, what? I didn't touch that. You created it. So why not you complaining, right? Yeah. There are certain functions that are never used, which is a bit strange. But fine. It is the garbage collection, but this one is not a problem. Basically, for every Unreal Engine object is saying that you should use weak pointers. Ay. La 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 la. Starting or no? Yeah. It is starting. Okay, so now we should have a different function. Do we have one more? Here it is, current champion, right? Current champion. So we add a new variable, we call it the same. And we set it as a string, and now we are on client. I think I would like to create a separate function to update just the champion, because I think I will have something like something like update champion or something. As simple as that. Right. And this one should be called just after this, if possible. Is it possible? I think it is. But then we also need another separate function. We also need a separate function when we are sending back the information if the champion changed. Now, I think we don't know. We don't know really if the champion changed, because we are assigning points and we are reordering. But I would say... well, maybe we can. Maybe we can check if it changed, right? And send it only if it changed. And it's a bit of a convoluted idea, but I think it's probably the best. So we will have a receive CT. I wanted to test, but now I found out that we are missing these pieces. Receive CT champion, right? And this one is receive CT champion on PC because there will be a receive CT champion there will be an implementable event receive CT champion, and this will be only a string, right? Nothing else. Current champion. Okay, so this one will be a blueprint implementable event, and this one will be called... Now the problem is when we call it, or we call it all the time and we don't care and we just update it again, or we check if he actually changed, right? This basically happens every time we contribute basically here. I think we can do it inside of this. No? I think we can do it when we do the sort, because I think here we do the sort. Yeah, exactly. So I think we can check. So I think we can store the current champion, do the sorting, right? Do the sorting, and if the champion changed, send it to the client, right? So we can say if current champion is different than new champion. It's different than what? Is different than this, so we just do it again. Right? Well, maybe this one is better if we store it, so I don't have to do it twice. So this is after the sort, right? So if current champion is different than the new champion, then we send to the player get PS controller, receive champion, new champion. Right? Okay, so this should do the trick already. This should do the trick already. But we need to do one more thing, which is to actually connect it here. I don't know if there is a limit to the number of functions you have on player controller. I hope not, but because we have like already like hundreds, I guess. And they will become more and more and more and more. Basically every function of the game goes through player controller. So it became an insanely big class. Like huge. We could split it in additional mod, but the problem is that only some classes, right, are enabled for RPC. Like the actor, the controller, the game state, I think. Bum 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 bum. Building. I'm actually a bit tired today. Don't know why. Okay. So now if I go back, and now we can restart testing after this. And we can see the champion actually changes from none to someone, right? I mean, basically to the player that we contribute materials with. Bum 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 bum. Okay, so now we should have receive champion. Oops. Receive champion. Yes, this one exactly. And there is the new function that we created, right? In C++. And now we see it here. and we replicate to client, right? Pretty much all our logic is done this way, right? Maybe one day someone will tell me it's wrong. No! Receive new city champion. Exactly. And this one now we just call win city update champion. Okay, so this in theory now should work as expected. Okay, we can restart the testing. We were blocked like immediately because there were already things I knew they were all not working, but let's go. Let's go. So now the city is completely clean. There are no resources, no enhancements, right? No assets, nothing. The city is at 0. So what we will do, we will monitor what happens in the UI and at the same time what happens in the database. So the first thing that we will do, we will add new resources. So in theory, this will change, right? This will not be 0, but it will change. And CT1, tier 2, tier 1, yeah, exactly. This will change. Okay, let's see. Because the city resources are in the same table, while the assets are in a separate table. I mean the player contributions. Okay, so we click on infrastructure. Fuck, champion is... Why? I didn't connect it. Fuck. No. Okay. Didn't connect it, boys. I didn't connect it. I just didn't. That's fine. It's okay. No one is perfect. Server sends us the new champion. Okay, let's redo it. Redo. I don't know what happens to the ranking if we have I didn't clean the ranking as well. Oh my god. Okay, let's clean the ranking. Let's clean the ranking. This one I want to... I want to keep it separate because I want to be sure that I don't delete your contributions, right? So, the ranking, city ranking, we just truncated completely. Yeah, I think so. It's a bit of a pity because we had all this nice character ID, but yeah, but fine. Let's delete it. Let's test it in a real scenario, right? Where we start from scratch. City underscore ranking. I put a warning production just to say, hey, if you delete the ranking, just be sure of what you're doing, right? Okay, we deleted the ranking, so now we should really be none. And we restart our testing. Can we do at least one test, or I continue to develop? Can I do at least one test? Please. Please. It is. It is connected. Yes, it is. Receive city current champion. Why doesn't work? Receive city champion. New champion. Right, new champion. We get champion. Can champion start from none, right? Starts from none. So, and only if num is greater than 0. Yeah, exactly. So at the beginning, do we return? Yes, but I think so. I don't understand why. Anyway, at the moment it is broken for whatever reason. I don't know. But anyway, let's continue. So I click on infrastructure and I see that my tier 1 progress is 0%. And I am at 0 tier, right? These are the material needed for the bonus higher quality goods at merchants, okay? And there is a brief description of what the infrastructure category is, right? And here are the different materials. I can mouse over and see them. So I see iron ore, tria, etc. And here I see already what I have available. So we will try, for example, to put in 40, which is actually the maximum. You see when I click on max, it's doing the minimum between what I have and what is required, right? So if I put 40, I want to see in this table CT1, tier 1, category 1. Yeah, I want to see this becoming 40. Okay, let's try. And I want to see also this percentage going up, and I want to see this going 40 out of 40, right? Okay, so 40, 25, okay. And if I refresh, is 40. Okay, this thing actually worked as expected. And obviously I have less materials, right? Because in my inventory, those have been removed. Very nice. Now I do the same with the money. Maybe this time we put a bit less money than required. So we do 90, 90, 90, 90, 95. And we give... Boom. We go at 37%. That is 19k. Potentially have less money. It's not very visible because it's a million, but we want to see here the 1999 whatever, right? Okay, 1999. Okay, so that works. Okay, now I think we can just finish the tier and see if we can go to tier number 1. So I will just click max, 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 which is basically putting all the remaining materials, assuming I have enough. Probably I don't have enough of this one, as you can see. So, you know, just to be sure, I close it. I think it would be interesting to see what happens if I close, I drop, and I reopen. Let me see what happens. If I... No, but when I reopen, that screen is getting refreshed anyway, right? Yeah, it's getting refreshed anyway, so there is no way you can cheat. No, there's no way you can cheat. Okay, so 35. So what do we need? More battle axes. Okay, we need more battle axe. So we do item battle axe. Okay, we get 20 more battle axes. And now we do max, right? So when I press give, what will happen is that my infrastructure should go to tier 1. So this should be lit. This should be lit. This will go back to 0%, but it will show tier 2. And here at the bottom, we will have the consumption of the tier 1. And this should all go to 0. Okay. Infrastructure 1. Tier progress 0, yes. New bonus with different description, yes. 0000, yes. The consumption of the material starts, yes. Now the only thing that I'm missing is that the bonus for tier 1 is active. It's actually not showing what bonus it is, right? That is a bit strange though. That is a bit strange. So there is a bug, There is a bug. This is a bug. Yeah, this bonus for tier 1 is active. This cell here, it seems is not working as expected. Get prev tier bonus. Get prev tier bonus. Yeah, so in theory is receiving it, right? Is receiving it from outside. Is receiving it from outside. This temp prev tier bonus seems to be empty. Prev tier bonus 0 and 1. Wait, it is the current tier, no? I never know if this is the current or the one that I'm working on. I'm always confused by that. Tier. Yeah, there is +1, right? +1 progress. Okay, +1 progress then means that that is 1. Okay, so actually 1 should take... 1 should take 2, and 0 takes 1. Yeah, correct. And 2 takes okay, but here there is the mistake, right? This should not be empty. This should be... So if this is the current tier, no, there is the... yeah, it's the current tier. So if we are at 1, there is 0. So, but if we are at 1, yeah, this actually is all connected like this. As long as this is 1, yes, and this is 2, yes. Oh fuck! But we don't have 3. And no, 3 needs to be separate. Huh? 3 needs to be 3, for sure. Okay. Okay. Okay, this was a mistake. So now we should show properly here the thing. I don't know why champion is broken. I don't understand. You should say none. But it doesn't say none. Do we want to fix that as well while we reload everything? That is very strange, because actually we said that we loaded the champion. We always use get champion, right, when we are sending the data. I'm not using any other function. So when you use receive CT info, is using get champion. So, and this starts from none, right? This starts from none. So unless this is wrong, but this num is 0 for sure at the beginning. So this must be none, right? It must be, unless I didn't recompile everything, but I think I did. So, and when we receive the CT info, maybe I didn't connect something, wait. When we receive the CT info, maybe I didn't connect something. Ah, current champion. Okay, I didn't connect it for whatever reason. Okay, so it should be fine now. So it should be none. Okay, let's try again. So basically here we are doing a lot of testing just to ensure that, you know, this functionality is fairly complex. So there are a lot of cases, right? Because the tiers are different, the bonuses are different, material are different. So yeah, there is a lot to test. There is a lot. We should also test the decay, but I will do it later. Let's first test one run, right? From 0 to 3. Maybe also in different categories so that we see if everything is connected. Okay. Champion the Great Guild. Okay, now it's showing the Great Guild because actually I contributed stuff and I became the first guild, right? The first guild, yes, exactly. So it's very nice. Also, the citizen went up. The happiness. Why the happiness is still 50%? Like if it's not being recalculated with the current progress? That's very strange. Because we have 1 in infrastructure, so in theory the happiness should have went up a certain percent. I don't know, maybe it's too small, maybe it's 50.5 and here we don't have the point, right? That's possible. But I don't think so actually, because it's 9 things that you can do. No, it's 18 things that you can do. I don't know, I think it should be 1%. I think it was 55 before. I don't know. That we have to check. I think the happiness seems to have a problem. But anyway, we have the new tier, right? Another thing that we want to see if the storage has been set to 0. Actually, we didn't. So when we switch tier, we didn't set the storage to 0, which is very strange. We didn't. This seems to be a bug. We didn't set... so we have a check tier change, something like that, right? Check tier change, yeah. And check tier change... check tier change is then executing a tier change. And you see that after this, we do set all current storage to 0. So why this did not work? Huh? Why this did not work? My feeling is that current tier is before the upgrade, and so this query that he tried to execute actually used 0 instead of using 1. Yeah, I'm pretty sure of that. I'm pretty sure. The same mistake somewhere else? No. Okay, let me just lower a bit the requirements, because otherwise we need always like 40 items, you know, and 30 items and 100 items. I mean, it's kind of crazy. Whatever, right? So it's a bit more reasonable. And these numbers are super crazy also. 7, 6, 3, 12, up to 12 I think I'm fine, but... Okay, 20. Okay, so we will redo the test from scratch. We will redo the test from scratch because I want to test again the switch of... and so you know what we will do? We will just run this function so that we are sure that we are resetting everything. We are resetting everything. How do we execute an unsafe query anyway? It's so annoying when he's saying... Can you execute it anyway? Instead of breaking my balls. Ah, I see. Yes. Keep all, execute all. Ah, okay. You could just click. I didn't see that. Sorry. I didn't see that. Okay, so we exit. So now the city is clean again, right? The city is clean again. It's completely clean. And yeah, I just have to recompile with the change if I didn't do it already. Anyway, I'm still mind blown by the numbers that we saw yesterday of Daggerfall. I mean, it's incredible. I want exactly the same, right? I want the same. I want 15,000 locations in plane shift. I want 15,000 locations. The problem is that or you randomize them, right? Or you generate them randomly, or you need like 50 people to create that many locations. But it seems to work, huh? I think the fundamental pieces are in place. Daggerfall, yes. You were not here yesterday? You should check the video of yesterday, pretty much at the end. But yeah, I mentioned that I played a bit of Elder Scroll Daggerfall, which is basically the second of the series, which by the way is free on Steam. So if you go to Steam, you can download it for free. And I think it will work actually on your PC, Ulla, so you can play it as much as you want. And I will be a bit jealous, to tell you the truth, if you play it, but it's fine. And the amount of locations and NPC that they have in that game is absolutely mind-blowing. Consider the game has been made in 1996. Okay, finally we have our champion, none. If I click here, this is empty. Okay, fantastic. So now we restarted from scratch, we restarted from 0. So I will move not yet to the next tier. I will just put the required resources and I will give. I want to see 75, yes. I want to see 10 to K5, yes. And I want to see here 10 to K5. Okay. Now if I put everything that is required, which is basically 3 of those, right? And I want this to go to 0, the consumption to start, this to go to 1. The citizen actually went up, you see, they went to 550. This one didn't go up, the happiness, I don't know why. This seems to be a bug, but I want to see if now we put to 0. Ah, fantastic. We put to 0 all the old materials. And now on the champion, you see that there is me. I mean the Great Guild. 55 places. 15,000 places. 15,000 places. That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Okay, the Great Guild, yes, so this worked. Now we are at tier 2, so we properly cleared the list, right? And we see, do we see the benefit? Yeah, we see the higher, yeah, we say the bonus for tier 1 is exactly higher quality goods than merchant, and we are working for the next bonus, which is additional travel location through the pterosaurs. Okay, fantastic. Fantastic. And here I have the new thing, and here I have 1, and here I have 1. The only thing that doesn't change is the happiness, which is a bit strange. But let's try to go at tier 2 and see what happens. Now, if I want to go at tier 2, I do exactly the same. The problem is that I don't have all the materials needed. I'm missing a bit of iron ore, but... okay, that is the first mistake. Ouch. Something bad happened. Something bad happened. Something very bad happened. Basically switched tier while he should have not switched tier. He did a mess. He did a mess, my boys. Oh fuck. Oh no, wait, I have to refresh. Yeah, we are at tier 1. Basically between tier 1 and tier 2, it doesn't work properly, or he kept the previous resources, because you see that he went to 108%, so it looks like the... It looks like he has still the previous materials in memory. You see that here we do current tier +1, like I did here, current tier +1, right? Update the consumption entry for this category. Consume. No, I don't think that this is the problem. I mean, this seems to be the problem, right? That something remained in memory, but there's something remained in memory. Okay, so you know what we can do to test this? I think to test this, we can do... To test this, we can do this. We can start from tier 1. Right? We can start from tier 1 with 0 resources. We can start from tier 1 with 0 resources. Yes, exactly. So it seems that the switch 0 to 1 worked perfectly. But then when I switched again, in the same session, let's say, from 1 to 2, then things went a bit crazy. But I think that the numbers, I didn't pay attention if the number here changed, but I think they did, right? Because here we have, yeah, we have 2K and here we have 5K. So it's a very different requirement. But here we have 100. Holy hell, we have 100 of this. Why 100, bro? Something fucked up in the second swap. Okay. So now we are at tier 1 and all the storage is actually properly reset, right? So now we will try to go to 2. But I think that this time it will work. Let's see, but I think it will work. Because I think the problem is when you do it with the server up. What the... Why? This is not the right set of resources. Why? Tier 1 city oh no, it is 6 and 3, yes. So before, okay, so before it didn't change properly the items on the left. Uh-oh. Because when we did the swap from tier 1 to tier 2, we still saw 4 items, and I was a bit surprised because I said, okay, maybe, but it actually was wrong. It was wrong. So basically when he sent us the updated information after the execute tier change, we got again the tier 1 requirements instead of getting the tier 2 requirements. So basically this, right? Refresh the city info tiers and refresh. Yeah, I think that is the mistake. That this is still passing current tier. You see, this is passing current tier, but it's not. Is not anymore the current tier. It's not anymore the current tier because the current tier is now +1. Exactly. Exactly, this was the mistake. Do we have the same problem? Wait, do we have the same problem? No, in theory not, because it's only here. Yeah, it's only when we do the tier change. Because there is the tier change. In theory we should do this only if tier change is true, but it is the same. It's a simple call, so. There is in the query. Okay, so now I think it will work properly. Let me just think 1 second. Yeah, it should be fine. Okay, we fixed another bug. Very nice. Okay, let's compile and see. Let's compile and see. And we will restart from scratch. Because we want to do another full test. Yeah, it's the same thing. Wow, 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 wow. I like that. I like jazz and heavy metal equally. Believe it or not. Believe it or not. Well, equally is very hard to say, but anyway. It's very hard to say. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. More testing, more testing. Let's do it, boys. Testing takes the same. Usually testing takes the same time of development, if not more, right? So if you spend 2 days developing, you spend 2 days testing. Maybe AI in the future will fix that. Okay, so here we are from scratch, right? From scratch. I just need some iron ore and I need some battle axes, otherwise we don't have enough. So okay. Okay. I have to check the happiness because I think it's broken somehow. It's not refreshed properly or whatever. Okay, so here we have 4 requirements. I go max, 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 and I skip the last one by purpose so that we don't pass yet, right? I go here, I check, everything is okay because we tested it already, fine. And now I do the missing piece, which is this. And now I give, now much better. Yeah, so now I change it properly to the new. And I have 6 and 3. I'm consuming material 1 and I say, okay, now everything is okay. Now we try to go at tier 2, okay? We go at tier 2. So for tier 2 we need 6 of this and 3 of this. And we do it in 1 run. Yeah, let's do it in 1 run. Boom. And now we are at tier 3. Fantastic, fantastic. Everything is working fine. The citizens actually went up. The happiness is still broken. I don't know why. We will check that. And now we need 12 of this and 8 of this to go to tier 3, right? Here we have the tier 2. Yep. More merchant variety. Okay. So I do max, max. And we go at tier 3. Okay, this is saying max level reached. 0% is not a great idea. But anyway, max level reached. So we see that this is updated, this is updated, the ranking is updated, yes. Tier 3 materials is good. The bonus for tier 3 is active, more merchant variety. Okay, so this one obviously doesn't apply anymore, right? Doesn't apply anymore when we are at max, because if you reached the max level, then you don't need any new materials, okay? But it seems to be working fine. Also, the panel on the right is hidden, which is nice. So we also need to hide this. And we need to remove the 0%, because 0% looks a bit weird, right? You should just say max level reached. Me, I like just good music. No need of genre, but Jumatsu, heavy metal can be a little boring. I see. I see. No, I am a genre dependent a bit, because if you, I mean, certain like techno music, I don't know. For example, I don't know if I like it, right? So I don't know. It's they have to play. If they don't play, I don't like it too much. Okay. So here we need to catch the moment where set selected, yeah, where we have this max level reached, right? This is max level reached. Temp max level. Temp max level. Yes. 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 So if temp max level is reached, we collapse that. But I would like also to collapse. I would like also to collapse this one, right? Materials needed 4. Materials needed 4. We don't need it anymore. Materials needed 4, which is this thing. Current tier bonus. Current tier bonus we can hide. The only problem is that I have to be careful I'm not doing a mess here. That is basically hide show elements based on tier. But yeah. So what I have in my Control C, TXT current level bonus. Grid selected item visibility. In theory is this WDCT resources. WDCT resources. Okay, so we set this as if we are at maximum, we set it as collapsed, right? If we are not at maximum, we set it as default, which I don't know what is it. What is this? That is as a heat test, not testable. Yeah, non-heat tested, that thing. Now here we just go nowhere, and here we go this way. Okay, so in theory we fixed the visibility of this item, which will go away. Now let's try to fix the 0%. The 0% is a bit strange. 0%. Because it's probably this name is getting then added here. Okay, that's kind of annoying. Yeah, this name is added. The name. Yeah, this should happen only if you are not at tier 3, right? Because if you are at tier 3 already, set progress on the current tier. Well, yes and no. Set progress on the current tier. We just have to remove this percent thingy. This will be hidden, so it's not even okay. Let's just do this. So if this is the case, we just take name, okay? Just take name. And we do if this is equal to 3, or yeah, if this is equal to 3, I'd say branch. Okay. So in theory, this will. I don't know what it's doing. Why this like okay. Good. The graph too complex and it's going to be crazy. Okay, so I think this will fix also the percentage. Are we at tier 3, right? Okay, so this will fix that, this will fix this, and now we are at maximum. Why the happiness is not updated? Let's fix the happiness, it bothers me. I don't understand why the happiness is not properly updated after we do the... Like if it's not resent or what? Because actually we send the city info for sure, because this changes, right? These changes. Yeah, for sure that changes. So we send again, right? Execute tier change. We do it here. Refresh the city info. Right? Receive city info, 1 city. Yes. Execute the player, give resource. Check tier change. Yeah, but here for sure we update the happiness. 100%, no? No, we do it in the execute tier change, I guess. Wait. Check tier change. I don't see it actually. Ah, there it is. Calculate citizen happiness. Execute tier change. Yes, exactly. New happiness, calculate happiness, 1 city. 1 city happiness, new happiness. Happiness, new happiness. Change in the database. We can see if in the database is updated, but I think the database probably it is. Or not. Citizen 550. It's not updated even in the database. So it means that this new happiness, it never works. This new happiness never works. It's so strange though. Calculate happiness. 0.5 plus rounded happiness. Category series tiers. No, it's correct. It's correct. It's correct. Because the happiness is based on this 3, right? While the citizens are based on this 3. So it's normal. The happiness, you need to boost one of these things to have the happiness go up. Yeah, it's correct. It's correct. It's correct. Okay, now if we go back to hospitality, right? I think we have something in hospitality as well. So we can test this as well. So hospitality. You like the German band Meute? Meute? I don't know what is it. No, I don't know it. Meute? I never heard of it. I don't know. Okay, tier 1 hospitality. Yes. So we go max, and maybe this one we say 3, okay? So we will not switch tier, yes, but we do this, and this, okay, here we are still at 0, okay. Here in the database, do we have a consume? No, we don't have a consume. We'll test the consume soon, but okay, now we have 0 for that, and we have the numbers here. Let me just check one thing though, because it is tier 2 of 1. Yeah, it's correct, it's correct, it's correct. Tier 2 of category, no, tier 1 of category 2, yes, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, it's correct, it's correct, it's correct, it's correct. Okay, now we do max, and we get the 4 in this place, right? So now we do the switch. Okay, now the happiness went up. Okay, nice. Now the happiness went up because we have hospitality at tier 1. So we get tier 2 hospitality and bonus tier 1 hospitality. We only have 1 material, which is 20 of those. We get all 20 minus 1 because we want to be annoying. And I go at 95%. This looks all good. Now I go at max. And I switch to tier 2. Yes, the happiness goes up. And the tier 3 is requesting 10 of those. I exactly have 10. Fantastic. And I give. So now we go to max. Now, I didn't save the change, so we still see the 0%. But okay, and this is max as well. Okay, I think it works pretty good, actually. It works pretty good. It works pretty good. At the moment, it's only me in this contribution, but fine. Let me see if now we save the happiness. Yes, we did. Okay, fantastic. Which, by the way, is always recalculated, so saving it is a bit useless, but for now it's fine. Now, let's test the right side of the screen, right? So here I have defensive structures, and I actually have infrastructure at level 3. So in theory, all the barricades are available. Yeah, correct. So I think that just to test it, we should probably put it back at 1, right? Because... but anyway, we can click on anything. Now, at the moment, it's a bit confused. Yeah, when you... Do you think that when I click on the right side, I should hide the left or not? Because it is a bit confusing, because you are clicking here. Imagine you have... now, this unfortunately doesn't have anything. But imagine that you have materials on the left and materials on the right. I think it's a bit confusing because you see this thing and you are used to look at the left to see how many you need, while now you need to look here. But fine. Let's try to build the first one. Barricade 1, 0 in storage. Okay. I need what? I need a 30 or iron ore and 30 of these white oak wood sticks. Okay. White oak wood. And then I need iron ore. Okay. Okay, we try to... Let's do the same, right? We do max, but then we remove a few. So we don't build it yet, right? We don't build it yet. So what will happen when I click give is that... Okay, it didn't work. Boom, this part I didn't test yet, so yeah, it crashed, my boys. It crashed. Fine, this part we never tested, so it's okay if it crashes. We can look at it and fix it. Oh, there was a SQL error. There was a SQL error. Because it's the quote thingy. Ah no, I'm missing values. Insert into. Yeah. The query is wrong. Insert into. Yeah, I'm missing values. Did I do the same mistake in other places? Yes, I did. It is correct, okay. Oops, what is this? Okay, we have to recompile and we have to save our project. Boom. Yeah, but basically the core functionality is there, guys. The core functionality is there. I'm pretty happy about it because I thought it would took even more than this. I think it took what, like 10 days or I think it took like 10 days or even less, or a week. I don't know when we started. I can look at the streams, but now we have all the benefits to create, and that will be hard, right? That will really be hard. I know that I think will be 1 week, only that or more. But yeah. Or more. Bam, 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 bam. Let me see this meute. Meute band. Maybe I know them and I don't know them. Meute band. What is that? What is it? It looks like a city band. A techno marching band. What is that? Techno marching band. Oh my god, no thank you. No thank you. Please. Do you implement them? One of them at the bronze doors. It's a very good question, Hula. It's a very good question. I would say yes, but I have to think more about it. So the one of the cities is the bronze door. The only problem, right, that we said, right, that we want to have, so yes and no, because what we said, but it's a very good point. It's a very good point. I like that. I think that in theory is yes, but in practice will be no. Because what the hell? Why this thing is so big? Because we said, right? We said that we have the cities, right? We have the city, maybe city, and then we have the bronze doors, right? But the bronze doors in theory is where the stuff comes out, and I wanted to have a kind of a line of demarcation between the dangerous zone and the safe zone, right? And I wanted the humans, the players, let's say, to fight in this direction and the enemies to fight in this direction, right? So that when you build resources here, you build, right? And you build, and then you send, right? But it's a good point, huh? It's a good point. Maybe we should have it there as well. But if we have it there as well, then everything changes. I don't know. At the moment, At the moment, I don't know. Holy fuck. Why we still have 0%? I changed it. No? What? Okay, we check that. In theory, I removed it, so I don't understand how it is possible, but fine. Maybe the tier is not 3, the tier is 2, but the tier is 3 actually. It's very strange. Okay, we will check. Maybe I inverted. No, I didn't. Okay, fine. So. Okay, let's try again because it crashed, right? So I go here and I contribute. Why these numbers are so high that it takes me forever to test? That's pretty stupid. Why these numbers are so crazy high that it takes me like 20 materials, right, to test? Why? Just because I want to make my life harder, or why? But anyway, just for this run, I don't want to restart everything. Just for this run, 30 of these and 22 of the, actually 22 of this we have. So let's start with 22 of this, right? And I give, ouch, we crashed again. Did we? No, we didn't crash, but remove 22 items from inventory, removing item blah 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 from inventory at 89. What? Huh? What do you mean? What did you remove, my friend? No, it didn't work. It didn't update shit. This one I think I need to debug fully, because this is the first time we execute this code and definitely something weird is going on. I mean, we received the request, right? We received the request. We go up to remove the item, but then we don't properly execute any of the code. Which is very strange, but fine. So there is a bug for sure. There is 100% a bug. And the bug is here somewhere. The bug is there. Okay, let's debug it once. But I want to check why the 0% is fucked up. Why the 0% is fucked up? The tier is not 3. Or I just compare the random number. There's nothing to do with the tier. Yeah, that's possible. They are good, eh? You think that these guys are good? I cannot play it on stream because otherwise we'll get a copyright strike instantly, but... Okay, I will listen to them and see if I like it, okay? After the stream or tomorrow. I don't understand why we get the 0% wrong. We get the 0% wrong. Yeah, because it is not the tier. Exactly for that reason. Also, what is this tier +1 that is actually broken? I don't know. Tier +1. The bonus for tier is active. Consumption of tier materials. So I mean that this tier is the previous? No, but if you're at 3, this should be the tier. I can print it out and see, but the bonus for tier is active. Yeah, but basically I connected the wrong line. I connected the wrong line, my boys. The line to connect is this one, not this one. I don't know if it will be equal to 3 though, or 2, but we can check that. Now. It's getting a bit late, I think I will go soon, but let me do just one last test. Oh wow, this is Warcraft music. This is Warcraft 3! Oh my god, how much time I listen to this music. And it's Warcraft 3, my boys. Did you play Warcraft 3? A great game. Insanely great game. Fantastic game. Fantastic game. Pum 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 pum. Pum 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 pum. What? You mean? Huh? I have a breakpoint in a stupid place, huh? I have a breakpoint in a stupid place, is what you're saying? Oh my god. Why there is a breakpoint there? Look at how many breakpoints we have. Holy. Some are nothingness. We have a bunch of disabled breakpoints in impossible places. Anyway, I'm just starting the server meanwhile. Eh? I should probably delete them all actually, I don't know, I mean, like breakpoints. Look at how many we have. Okay, anyway, meanwhile the server is starting, so let's start the client. We have one, even in ALS we have one. We have some inside Unreal. Here is where I was debugging. I remember this when I was debugging the enhanced input and nothing was working. It was so annoying. I remember that. Okay. Okay. Let's try again, but this time we are in debug mode, right? So we will see what happens, and probably there is a bug. So we provide like one of those and okay, 0 of those, it's fine. One of those, right? Now we should hit the breakpoint, hopefully. Player give asset, right? Yeah, so we will arrive directly here. Okay. So let me see why is broken. What? Okay, let's see if this is valid first of all. This is valid. Asset ID 1. Yes, this is valid. We check if the asset is completed, and hopefully the answer is no. Okay, the answer is no. And here we execute the player give. So here is probably where we have the mess, right? Most likely. No, please. Okay, let me do this. Let me go inside of this and then that. Okay. Now we check all the resources that we need to give, right? And actually it's only one item. Okay, fine. We check if this is money. It's not money. We check if we have an item stats. Oh wow, we find 2. What? Ah, in the inventory. Yes. In the inventory. We find 2 in my inventory. Yes. So we check if we have the right item, the right quantity, right? And here we actually remove it from the player inventory. Okay. Then we print this you contributed. Okay. We add the ranking point, which will be 100 points. Okay. And cache manager remove instance. Okay. Now, is city should be false. Correct. Asset should not be complete. Correct. And we go inside add resource asset, where I have my city, my asset, and my one resource. Okay, and my player. So everything seems to be fine up to now. So here I search if there is already in the database city resource storage. City resource storage, this one, right? I search if there is already in the database something that is related to that for asset number 1. Ah, actually there is. But then why I didn't see it? Okay, that's the mistake. I'm not loading the existing storage pretty much. But anyway, even if I'm not loading it, let's say I have one item, right? Let me see if this one item is seen. One storage. Uh-oh, everything is 0, 0, 0, 0. We have a bit of a problem here. We have a bit of a problem because the asset is actually not set. Now, I don't know if we use it, but it's actually not set. Right? So this may mess up things, I guess. Yeah, it's messing up things for sure, because here we are trying to use it. You see? Here we are trying to use it and this thing is 0, 0, 0, 0. I don't know why it doesn't crash, but obviously... Oh no, wait a second. No, we are using only asset ID. Ah, okay, we're using only asset ID. So in theory, that asset we are now using. We are now using. So we are checking the first. We are checking the second. But also the second doesn't match. That's strange though, because the second asset ID 1 white oak huh? It's strange though. Wait, let me try to redo it. The second should match. The first is this one, right? And it's obviously not matching because the item stats ID is not correct. But the second should match. Now, why is not called... wait a second, I think I did a mess here. Why is not called item stats ID though? It's called item ID. Item ID -1. Yeah, there is, we are not loading something. This -1 is obviously wrong. This thing is obviously wrong. It is really wrong. Okay, let me see. Maybe because the name is not the same and so we messed up. Stats ID. We never load it. We never load it. We never put it into the storage. We never put it into the storage. That's why. Wait. All rest storage. No. One res storage item ID. Yeah, exactly. We never put it in, boys. That's why. Okay, this is a good fix. Yeah, that was missing. That was completely missing in the loading. So we were not loading the assets. Okay, guys, I think I have to go, but we fixed a lot of bugs. We did quite some good testing. And this thing is progressing. But now I need to go. I need to recover some sleep, actually. I need to recover some sleep here, guys. Did we check the free of the month, whatever, or no? Yeah, these ones I checked already. Is there anything new on Fab? Because now Fab is running every 2 weeks, guys. We should look more often, right? If you can tell me. Limited free until 22 of April. I think it just switched, or it was switched a week ago. Yeah, you see? There's a mystery cave. Mystery cave. Am I connected with the right account or no? No! I don't know why if you click here on accounts, it's like displaying like your credit card information and shit instantly. Okay, no, it's not. Yeah, you had to log in or whatever. Okay, we have what do we have? We have a fantasy street. Oh my god. So many vases and boxes and This can be a good one actually. All these vases, they will be like 3 million polygons, but anyway, it's fine. We are in 2025, so one day we will have to redo everything in 1 million polygons. The cherry. I see. Select the lies. No, what do you mean? $96? No, it's not this, bro. I clicked on something that had nothing to do. Limited time free. Explore now. Okay, mystery cave. Ah. Well, you can also click on the card here, plus. Obviously professional license, if it's free, why not? Usually when I'm checking out multiple items, it never works. It never works. The only way to know if it actually worked is to go here and see if you see the items, right? It's the only way. Because if you don't do it, sometimes it happened to me that they were not visible and they actually didn't add. So this library thingy, the way they redid it, is still not fully working. So what was it? Mysterious something? Mystery. Mystery. Exactly. Mystery with the I or with the Y? With the Y. Let me try a refresh. Okay, now. Mystery cave. Assassin. Assassin. Yeah, we have them. And carpenter. Carpenter. Yeah, we have it. They seems to be all very good. I mean, this assassin is a bit hard for us to use because it's a special style, right? So the problem of this asset, they have such a special style, but the weapon is not bad. The crossbow is not bad. Maybe we can use the weapon and the crossbow actually. Why not? Oh wow, he has many different styles. How many million polygons this is? Millions. Okay, anyway. This one I don't think we're gonna use. Maybe we use the crossbow. But this one, carpenter environment. Wow. He has a lot of things. A lot. Look at how many items. Like wheels for carts and ladders and this strange instrument and the clamps. That is very nice. I think we can use some pieces of this. The chair. This is actually very nice. A lot of tools. Ooh, look at the tools. Look at how many tools you have there. The tools, the saw, small hammers, punchers, filings. That is kind of nice. There is also a brush, some big brush and normal brushy paint brushes. This one is pretty good, I would say. We have to check the poly count, the textures and everything, but it looks kind of interesting actually. It looks pretty cool. Wow, that is very nice. Yeah, this one we can check. This one we can definitely check. No barrel. For sure there are 2 or 3 barrels. Well, this one looks a bit weird actually. I mean, isn't it a bit too much? Stalactites? I don't know. Nah, this one is no use. I don't know. It's weird. There is a Buddha. There is a thin Buddha, not a fat one, a thin one, which is crazy. Look at the thin Buddha, the fit Buddha. Well, maybe these things. Maybe these things we can use actually. 1, 2, 3, and 4. In some caves. Maybe this one in some caves we can, yes. Without putting like 3,000 like they did. Because they really put like 3,000 here. It makes no sense, but maybe some of this we can use actually. When we redo the caves, when we improve the texture, the meshes of the caves, I think we can use this. We should remember. We should remember and just take some pieces. This fit Buddha, no way. Yeah, it's not bad. These things are very nice. These things are very nice. I think it can help us. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go. Thank you for watching. Please click on follow on Twitch and subscribe on YouTube, and also check our socials. Our socials are here in our website at the top, all of this. So we are on Reddit, we are on X, we are on YouTube, on Discord, on Facebook, and also you can download our game here for Windows, Linux, and Mac if you want. And yeah, that's all. Goodbye. See you tomorrow evening. Bye bye.